Today I'm going to be reviewing my Logitech gaming mouse G500, which I just received this morning. Now I know it's a bit of a late review considering so many people have it, but if you're still looking for another review, just come here and have a little look. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get it out of its box and I'm going to show you a bit about it, but first let's have a look at the box. Now I've always liked the way Logitech package their products. It's always neat and tidy. And it describes the fact that it's a gaming grade laser, onboard memory, weight tuning, dual mode scroll wheel, and on the fly switching for the sensitivity, and 10 programmable buttons. So we'll have a little look, shall we? Okay, well, one of the main reasons I chose the mouse was simply because of the fact that I was playing Diablo 3 now, and Diablo 3 benefits from having 6 buttons or so that you can command all your spells from the one mouse. So I don't need to really touch the keyboard, to be honest, and that's because of these buttons here in particular, which are set up currently to allow me to cast my first spell, second spell and fourth spell, and then over here is my third spell. Allow me to demonstrate very quickly if you can see this on the screen. Might be a bit glossy, but I'll just quickly show you. All 4 of my spells used at once while still having right click and left click. Now let's actually take a little look at the mouse. Okay, well, I'm not too fond of the appearance, the design on it. It's a bit strange and it looks like it's sort of been a wee bit burnt and things, and it looks metal when you see it, which I think is quite cool, but I think it looks a bit strange, to be honest. The scroll wheel is lovely, and there's a lovely feature about it. If you just scroll like that, it's an ordinary scroll that goes all the way along, and if you press the button in, it's a click scroll, which is really cool. Scroll also goes left and right perfectly, like that. Now over here you've got the buttons to change the DPI, but they can also be programmed to do other things. And here we've got, I think this is probably the DPI settings here. Here there are 3 buttons, which you might not be able to see very well, but there are there, and you've got the 2 other buttons, so in total 3 buttons, which is an improvement over my Microsoft mouse that I had before. Interesting thing, you'll be able to see it in this camera, is that it's braided cabling. It's not plastic cabling, it's braided, so it makes it feel quite nice as well, but it also prevents it from tangling as easily, so that's why they've done it. Now another thing that's interesting with this mouse is if we flip it over, invisible laser as always, but there's also a weight cartridge, which if I press this button here will fire out. Not fire then, it'll come out like that. I put the maximum number of weights in it, so it's about 27 grams there, and it makes it feel quite heavy and quite sturdy. So if you want a bit more weight, you can adjust the weight. And Logitech also includes a wee case which contains all the other weights. So here you have some more weights, which I've got 1.7s here, and you can just insert them instead of the 4.5s. But I like a heavy mouse, so you see. So what's included with the mouse, which is on a disc here, but you can download it from the internet anyway, which is a really interesting piece of software, but I'll get to that in a second. And you've also got all the instructions, etc., and Logitech offering you a weapon of choice, which is their keyboard and mouse. So set point, as I was talking about just there, is to allow you to store details about the like certain buttons on the mouse, etc., and certain settings in general. Okay, so this is set point. Basically what this allows you to do is set settings for all your devices by Logitech, such as your mouse and hopefully your keyboard and other devices. So what you do is you click on the mouse and you can edit certain settings, such as what the buttons do. There are 10 buttons on the mouse, and you can make them do specific things, and I've got them set so that they do different things in different applications, such as if you play Diablo 3, These are the different assignments that are set to the mouse. Also, the DPI levels in Diablo are set to the actual levels of how I'd like them in the game. In general, which is burned to the mouse just now, I have 5 DPI settings. Diablo, I only have 3. Warcraft 3 also has settings for it, and when I'm editing in Warcraft 3 I also have different settings, and StarCraft 2. And basically it allows you to make macros as well, which is quite a great feature. It records the keyboard and mouse, so that allows you to rewrite macros. Basically, it just follows what you do. You can do loads of other things that you could do generally in Windows, like pointer, acceleration, etc., and speed. If you go to basics, you can change the name and you can assign it to the applications, as I've done. Buttons allows you to change all the buttons, and that's really set point for you. Now it allows you to create profiles built into the memory as well, and that allows you to bring it to a friend's house and still have the same settings, which is fantastic. So it has its own onboard memory, which is great. Okay, so my left click is set like that, my right click is set like that, and these buttons here control all my spells, which I think is pretty awesome. Okay, so the final conclusion about the mouse is that yes, it's a fantastic mouse. Okay, and in terms of appearance, it's not my favourite mouse, but it's a damn brilliant mouse, that's all I can say. There are loads of great features about it, such as the scroll being able to be changed, loads of programmable buttons, and the DPI settings being changed, which is a fantastic feature for on the fly DPI switching. It's great being able to switch between it like that. So on the whole, I'm giving the mouse a nice 9 out of 10, simply because I'm not too fond of the appearance, but it's a comfortable mouse and it's got all these great features such as programmable buttons and the excellent scroll. So if you're thinking of buying it for £30, I think it's a worthwhile investment.